This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Kansas, Mulvane. I'm delighted to be joined by Claressa Shields. How are you, miss?
I'm fine.
Can I call you miss?
You can call me Claressa, miss, whatever.
Why do they call you T-Rex?
T-Rex works just fine too. People actually call me T. So weird, but it works out.
But where does the T come from?
Well, the dinosaur, T-Rex.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, the Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, no.
It's just short.
Okay.
When I first got the nickname, my coach wanted it to be Claressa C-Rex Shields, but I thought C-Rex sounded tacky. It's like, well, you might as well not even call me Claressa then. You know, so we ended up sticking with T-Rex.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I genuinely wanted to know that and I didn't know, so I thought I'd start by asking you that.
Nope, T-Rex, or you want to call me Claressa, whatever. Don't matter.
Or just C?
Ugh, C is a down.
Really?
You know, Anthony Joshua calls me C, I think because he don't know how to pronounce my name. But, what's up, C? How you doing, C? Like, say Claressa, but he say C. It's all good.
Okay.
No matter. Whatever floats your boat. I think everybody watching to know who I am.
I think they will. How you finding Kansas?
Oh, it's fun. I'm so glad that I don't have to go outside. It's cold here. But everything is inside. The press conference, the media workout was right next door to the hotel. I didn't have to go outside. Just everything is connected. Good. I have good food and everything here, so it's treating me well so far.
I see when you started your workout, the belt came out, the 2 medals come out. Is that a thing you do all the time? Or?
Yeah, all the time. Because my fans and everybody want to see it. I really don't touch my Olympic gold medals that much or look at them, to be honest. Okay. I just I know that my fans and everybody want to see them, so I bring them out. I'm a little upset that when you have to weigh your bag for the airport and if it's over 50, they charge you.
Really?
Well, I put only one belt in the bag because I thought it was exactly 50, but it was 37, so I could have fit both belts in there, but ended up leaving one at home. So my boyfriend is bringing the other one tomorrow.
Okay. That'll be the IBF?
Yep.
Okay. Hannah Rankin, your opponent this week. Why the face? Why the look?
I'm gonna fuck her up. That's why the look. I can't believe she stood there and watched me do my media workout. How weird is that? Anyways, Hannah Rankin. Very great fighter. Very tough fighter. I look forward to the fight with her on Saturday. But she's been talking a lot of crap. And I think it just works for when girls do that. Like, you do not want to piss Claressa Shields off. That's not something you want to do. But, she's poking, so I'll poke back at her, and I pissed her off some. So hopefully she comes with that fire and tries to stand there and fight me so she can get caught with some stuff and go night-night.
I've interviewed quite a lot of female fighters, and I've never heard anyone talk like you. It's brilliant to hear.
Talk like me as in?
As in, you say what you think and how you feel. It's great.
I think everybody should be that way. I think everybody's life would be easier.
They are, but I think they're a little bit more reserved, as we say.
Yeah, too bad for them. I feel sorry for them having to reserve themselves. It's bad. Can't hold everything in. I got to release it somewhere. As you can see, I release it on my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter. I have to get it out, because if I don't, I think it'll drive me nuts. Yeah.
How did you wind up on this show in Kansas? It was a bit of a... When we heard that Claressa Shields was fighting on this bill in Kansas, it was a little bit of a shock for everyone. So how did you end up on this bill?
Well, I was scheduled to fight Christina Hammer, same date, on Saturday. And she ended up getting sick. And that fight was going to be on Showtime. We were going to be the main event. It was a huge card. Millions of fans were looking forward to it. And she ended up telling us that she was sick 2 days after the announcement. So I still told my team that I wanted to fight before the year was out, because I don't like going months and months without fighting. And it was hard for them to find me an opponent. I think we went through 4 different girls. And Hannah Rankin had a fight, so she was kind of X'd out from the beginning. Nobody was really thinking about her because we seen on BoxRec she had an opponent. And I guess when they made the call to her, or her team reached out to my team, however it happened, she said that she would drop her fight she had coming up for the opportunity to fight for the belts. So she took the bigger opportunity, and now we're here. Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Like I said, it's an intriguing fight between you two. Obviously, you have had some words on social media, etc., but Saturday night in Canvas should prove to be a good fight between the pair of you.
Sure.
Yeah? Agree with that? Okay. You're from Flint in Michigan.
Flint, Michigan, yes.
What's Flint like? What's it like?
Home of the Warriors. Flint is, well, to me, it's a good place. I mean, it's hard to grow up there, but once you get used to everything and know which turns to make and which corners to cut, everything kind of works out. You are what you surround yourself with. And I've always been surrounded with positive, boxing, hardworking people. So that was kind of been my life growing up. Even though I dealt with some poverty and dealt with some abuse growing up, I still had like a very good life and had people around me to mold me to who I am. So, and also made me mentally tough. I think I can handle anything. Inside a fight, outside the fight, I think I can handle anything. And Flint has made me that way.
You started boxing at the age of 11?
11 years old, yes.
And from what I understand, that was the age your father allowed you to box at that age? He wouldn't allow you to box before then, is that true?
Well, that's when we had the conversation about it. He didn't let me box for like a week, maybe.
A week?
Yeah, he said no for a week, and then finally one day he picked me up from school. I was walking home. He put me in the car, and we drove to his house. When I got to his house, it was a big old table, and him, his wife, and her 3 kids, they all voted on if my dad should let me box or not. And he said whoever got the most votes will win. So he voted no. Everybody else voted yes. So I won by majority decision, thank God, to fight.
So what would have happened if that vote hadn't gone in your favour?
I wouldn't have been a boxer, I don't think.
What, as simple as that?
Yeah, I think so. But my dad, growing up, even now, I'm still like super emotional. It's weird. I'm mean, but I'm emotional. So I was kind of like a big crybaby growing up, but I also dealt with learning to control my anger growing up. So I always used to cry when somebody would make me upset, or if I was holding something in or something was bothering me. I was like a big crybaby. So my dad didn't know that I knew how to fight. My dad had just got out of prison when I was 9. So we only had spent 2 years together, and from that 2 years, I was the biggest crybaby he ever had to deal with out of all his children. Even my younger sister still don't cry as much as I do. So my dad thought I was a softer one, but I definitely wasn't. I always used to fight for my sister Brianna all the time. But my dad didn't know that because we didn't tell him that. You know, she's the mouthy one. Everybody was like, she's bad. And everybody was like, Claressa's so sweet and so quiet. But that was true, but I was also a fighter, and we didn't tell people that.
If you could take yourself back to kind of when you were younger and you started off, what were kind of your immediate things that you wanted to accomplish? Because the things you have accomplished in boxing already in your career is phenomenal. And
extravagant, yes.
Phenomenal, extravagant, we're on the same wave with that.
Everything. Mm-hmm.
But what was your kind of immediate, what did you want to do? Did you want to accomplish gold medals and turn professional, unify titles? Not when you were 11, but at some point after that.
Well, at 11 when I started, I just loved the atmosphere of the gym. You know, it was all guys, all boys. I was the only girl, but I felt like I belonged there. You know, I felt like I could do what they were doing. I got told good job. I was able to work hard and sweat without being judged. And I grew up playing sports, basketball. I played football. I played volleyball. But it was like they only wanted a girl to do so much. You know, like when I used to beat the guys in cross country meets, people would they would applaud me, but then it would still be a strange look of why is she working that hard? Why is she sweating like that? And it was like I wanted to be a winner. You know, I wanted to beat the guys, and if you're gonna beat the guys, you're gonna bust a sweat. You know, and I was always kind of like big for my size, so it was like growing up, I was always known as like a hustler, even on a basketball court. I played some hella defense, and I got a nice 3-point shot. You know, so but it was still like it wasn't every girl on the team working as hard as me. It was like me hustling and everybody putting the attention on me and everybody depending on me because I was the hardest worker. And I just kind of got tired of that, you know. And then I decided I wanted to try out boxing, and it kind of made sense to me because it was like it's an individual sport. You know, it's not a relay race where I can take off fast and get us to where we got to go, but then we still come in 3rd place. You know, I used to be so upset about that. And I used to be the anchor, so it's like they give me the baton, and we're freaking in 5th place, and I got to hustle to try to get us to 1st, and all I could do was get us to 3rd because the first 3 messed up, and I used to be real disappointed. So boxing was a one-on-one sport for me, and I was like, there's no way you can lose in that. There's no way you can lose one-on-one with anybody. So I kind of just clung to boxing, and my first day at the gym, I just remember my coach asking me, my former coach, he asked me, why do you want to box? And I was like, I'm just tired of losing. He's like, losing in what? I'm like, everything. Basketball, track, volleyball. I'm just, sick of the team sports. And he was like, all right, well, you're in the right place. And he told me from jump, I'm not going to treat you like in girl down here. I'm going to treat you like an athlete. Like even at my gym that I used to train at, we don't even say you fight like a girl because that means you fight like me. And I fight pretty good. So now it's like, you fight like a bum. What are you doing? Pick it up. Like he don't say you fight like a girl anymore. And that's just because I proved that girls know how to fight. So, but I started boxing and I just love going there every day. I love training. And at first it was hard. I remember the first time I got hit in the face and my eyes got watery and my nose got red. But that's when everybody seen T-Rex be born. Because that's what I'm saying. When I get mad and I get angry, I think I turn into like She-Hulk or something. I get really strong. I get really fast. I get really mean. And that's what happened. And I beat a guy up my first 2 months sparring at the gym.
Would you have described yourself as an angry child?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously, as your boxing sort of taken off, learned to kind of adapt that into your training and sparring, etc., and fighting situations.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get mad in sparring because it's not a fight. I don't even get mad in fights. It's more of like I channel my energy to do what I'm supposed to do. If I need to punch fast, if I need to punch hard, I can use some of that attitude, some of that, fire in me to get that. But I'm not angry inside the ring. No, despite how I may look, because I've seen me box before, and I just be looking like, I don't believe it's me sometimes because I don't think I'm that mean. But inside the ring, I'm just like total like dominant and very aggressive, and I just have like this alter ego that comes out, and I call my alter ego Claressa. When Claressa takes over, it's not much that Claressa can do about it. Claressa. Yep. Because I wanted to fit in with the boys at the gym, so Claressa was my nickname.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you not bring out Claressa for this interview, though? Can you just
No.
stay Claressa?
No. Claressa is put right now. Yeah.
Can we play a game?
Sure. What kind of game?
Okay. So I'm gonna name some people in boxing, and you're gonna tell me the first thoughts that come into your head about these people.
No.
Is that all right? Can we do this?
Sure. Who
Let's
you
do
gonna
this.
name?
All right. Let's start with someone quite easy. Eddie Hearn.
Funny.
You don't have to just say one word, by the way. You can expand if
Okay.
you feel to. But
Okay.
Eddie Hearn. Okay, funny.
Yeah.
Is that it with Eddie? Funny?
Yeah, he's very funny. I mean, he's on my social media. He makes me laugh a lot. Even when he does his interviews, like his facial expressions are just funny to me.
Okay. Gabe. Okay. Katie Taylor.
Very quiet, very mean. And I say mean as in boxing. Like she's a really great fighter, but she's like so to herself. You don't know much about her. She's like a trivia almost. But she's a great fighter.
Cecilia.
Number 2. Think about Cecilia. She's number 2. I'm number 1, but she's also a great fighter and very accomplished. Very soft-spoken too. She's like kind of adorable in a way. Like when she talks, she kind of feel like you're talking to like a little 6-year-old kid or something. She's like, "Hi, I'm Cecilia Breckhouse, and I love boxing," like that. She's not like me at all, but she's definitely a good boxer. Yeah.
Savannah Marshall.
What about her? I mean, what do you want me to say about her?
The first things that come into your brain. That's the game.
I don't think about her. To me, she's not in my world. Like I'm ready for her to get some step up fights and me and her to finally meet, and I can avenge my loss. But what I think about her, definitely not an assassin. Definitely soft spoken, I believe, and I don't know. I mean, she's just Savannah Marshall. Yeah.
Does that one not play on your mind then, Savannah Marshall, as she was the only fighter as a amateur to beat you?
She beat me when I was 17. I'm 23 now. Ask her what happened at the Olympic Training Center when I was 21, when we sparred. We don't talk about that, but I got the footage. And as soon as she say that it didn't happen, I'll post it. So. Ask her. When I was 21 and we sparred 6 rounds, what happened to her? Wasn't me. Her. But all in all, like, okay, she beat me. I'm not mad about that loss because I won when it was important. I won the Olympics 2 months later. I won the Olympics again 2016. She was there. I won the World Championships. She was there. I stood over her at the podium. She was in 3rd place. I was in 1st. I'm not mad about the loss. Actually, in a way, sometimes I'm like, you know what, it was pretty good because at the time I was dominant. I was stopping everybody. I was TKOing everybody. I was outpointing girls 30 points to 9. And then she comes along and beat me 14 points to 8. All it did was light a fire in me. That's all it did. It lit a fire, and the fire is still burning. That's all it is. You know, congrats to her, but let's not live on one win. You didn't win when it counted, and the Olympics count, the World Championships count. You know, and I've won everything. Like, you know, I've never lost to somebody from the Americas. I lost to her, which she can take fine in that, but I mean, I feel like it's been 6 years old now. I mean, who cares? Great win, but can you beat me now is the question.
Can you see this fight happening next year?
If her team wanted to happen, Peter Fury keep talking about we want to let her get some experience first. She beat me. She got the experience, right? Ain't that what everybody keeps saying? Put her ass in there. I'll smoke her. Any day. I'll fight her the same day that I fight Hannah Rankin. Smoke her. Promise you. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. 0. Like, I'm ready when she is, but I'm not going to make her think that she has the upper hand on me. You don't. I have the 2 Olympic gold medals. I'll show you. You want me to pull them out like I always do. That's no problem for me. Whoever want to fight me, whoever want to test my gangster, come on. And I'll show you I'm not to be played with by nobody.
Well, the game's over, by the way, so we can just go back to normal. But that
Beautiful.
I just wanted to, yeah.
I thought you were going to mention Anthony Joshua.
I am going to mention Anthony Joshua, but not as part of the game. But
Oh.
I'm going to ask about Anthony Joshua.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask about him in the game. I was going to say beautiful. 1 word.
When's the last time you saw Anthony?
Oh, my God. Freaking, that one is 2012?
What, you haven't seen him since 2012?
Not physically, no. Have I seen him? No, I haven't.
Not
Since
in the
2012.
flesh, yeah.
No. Wait, I'm lying. 2016. That was stupid. 2016, I saw him at the Olympics. He was there.
Right, because I saw a picture of you 2 together.
Yeah, that was 2016. I don't know why it's 2012. I didn't even know him 2012. I didn't know he was even, I was so focused on me winning the Olympics, I didn't even notice him.
I'm going to put you on the spot now. Who wins out of him and Deontay Wilder if they fight?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
It's a hard fight for me because Deontay Wilder is very awkward and he has a one-hitter quitter that is great. And then Anthony Joshua is like kind of like a Lennox Lewis to me, but he also has the power of Mike Tyson. So it's kind of, it's a 50-50 fight. I think whichever fighter has the mental edge in that fight will win. So I guess I'll say whoever punks out first. You know, when you get in the ring, and it's different when you can talk and all that stuff outside the ring, but when you get inside the ring, everybody knows that you have some adrenaline and that you are, some people don't like the adrenaline, some embrace it, and the ones that embrace it the most are the ones that come out on top. So it's whichever fighter is in the right mindset, has trained the hardest, and really just have that go get it mentality. So it's really a 50-50 fight. I wouldn't be able to tell you who won, but I will be there whenever that fight happens, for sure.
What about Fury Wilder, which is actually happening in 3 weeks?
I'm about to go with Wilder. Fury's been off for 2 years. You know, I give him all the praise in the world for fighting his mental illness and overcoming his alcohol abuse and everything. That it takes a strong person to do that. And to then get back in the ring and tell everybody about it, I mean, dude, applause. Love Tyson Fury. And also, I heard him say he don't like women's boxing, but he follows me on Twitter and he calls me champ. So it's like, I think you like women's boxing now. So Tyson Fury, all good with me, but I think that I think Deontay Wilder is going to win. He's been more active. I think it's going to be an ugly fight. You know, I think it's not going to be like one of those fights where people like seeing. It's going to be a lot of, I think somebody may get pushed on the ground, slams. It's going to be a lot of wild punches. It's definitely going to be like a really good fight, but to people that are like looking for boxing IQ is gonna be like they may roll with Fury because he's the better boxer, but then if you're looking at Wilder, he's the harder puncher, and everybody love knockouts. So I'm gonna roll with Wilder for that, just because Tyson Fury has been off for so long. But he's in great shape. Looks like he's ready for it. It's in a couple weeks, so we'll see.
2 weeks on Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to fight in the UK at some point?
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Come on over.
I want to be an international superstar. So it's like, I love fighting here in the U.S. I love fighting in Detroit. I love fighting in New York. But once I get all the spots here, like I already fought at T-Mobile Arena, but I wasn't the main event. So I want to be the main event at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. I want to be the main event at the Barclays Center, main event at the Madison Square Garden. And I do want to fight at one of the football stadiums here in the U.S. I don't know if it's the Lions football stadium or if it's the Michigan football stadium, but somewhere in the U.S. at a Michigan stadium. And I want to pack it out with thousands and thousands of fans. And then we can go to the UK and have some fun over there.
Wembley Stadium, maybe?
Hey.
On the undercard of one of Anthony Joshua's fights.
Hey, the undercard or the main event, whichever they allow.
Okay.
Whichever.
All right. How's your British accent?
My British accent is not that good.
That's not a British accent.
It is a British accent. That's how you guys sound to me. About it.
Talk some more. I want to hear some more of this.
Talk some more about what, boxing?
Yeah.
Well, over there in the UK, they love boxing, and they pronounce my name as Claressa. My name is Claressa. You guys say water, like what? I say water. You say water.
Water.
Yeah, you guys see the T is not really rolling with
Water.
you. See that? Yeah, but I don't really have a good. If you had to tell somebody to do an American accent, I probably sound like trash to them. So, but I love you guys' accent though, especially Anthony Joshua's. Best accent there is. Idris.
Elba. Yeah.
He's definitely not he's not the sexiest man alive. I don't know how he got that on the cover, but he's up there. He's definitely top 10. Definitely top 10, but he's a couple guys I put before him.
Okay. I appreciate your time, Claressa. Mm-hmm. T-Rex. Have you got anything else you'd like to add or say or sing? Or you like to dance, don't you? I saw you in the workout.
Yeah, I try not to dance in front of people, but it just happens sometimes. Anything I want to say? Well, I want to thank all my fans from the U.S., the UK, from all over. I got some people from New Zealand who's tuning in. I got a bunch of friends in India who's tuning in to my fight this weekend. I want to tell you guys thank you. I love you. Thank you for all the motivation for this. I thank my manager, Mark Taffet, my promoter, Dimitri Salita, and Eddie Hearn for giving me the platform to fight on the zone. So I hope everybody tune in and that you guys can, love women's boxing and love. I guess they call my weight the heavyweight division of women's boxing. So yeah, enjoy that.
Have you ever watched any of our videos, IFL TV?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm all over on social media.
I bet you have.
Yeah.
But haven't known it is that.
Yeah, because that's
see all
how
them
it is.
videos of Eddie when he's being a bit of a prat. You must have
Yeah,
watched them.
yeah.
They're all filmed by us.
Those the one I laugh at. That's why I said funny.
That's what
That
I
dude
mean.
is hilarious.
All those videos you see of Eddie Hearn, they're filmed by us. All of them.
Okay.
Just so you know.
People just be reposting them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You name one clip you can remember of Eddie Hearn, and I guarantee you it's been...
The clip where he said that if you want to fight against Canelo, you got to be part of the zone. He said you have to be the zone fighter to fight against Canelo. He said it.
Okay. I meant one of his funny clips.
That was funny.
Okay.
No, it was funny to boxers because it's like, bro, was you serious? Like you trying to monopolize the game, bro.
Well, the zone's not Canelo,
Yeah.
so... but anyway.
What about the one where the guy had pantsed him? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
When he
what
was
you're
on
talking about. That was a boxer that did that and filmed that. Actually,
I think it was Patty Barnes. Was it Patty Barnes?
No, his name was Tommy Cole.
Oh my God, I laughed so hard when I seen that.
Yeah.
Seeing
And
Eddie Hearn's
he
ass.
allowed that footage to go out as well. That shows you what kind of person he
Yeah,
is
it
as
was
well.
hilarious. I laughed so hard. I said, man, what is wrong with them? Like, that kind of stuff is funny to me.
Could you imagine that happened to Bob Arum or someone like that?
Oh my goodness, not Bob Arum. He'd be so mad.
Could you imagine imagine that happening to like certain promoters, but you know.
No, I
It can
can't.
happen to Eddie Hearn and he
I
doesn't
don't think
really
it even
care.
happened to my promoter. He probably tried to fight afterwards.
I know. Well, you know Danny Lusanov, he said that if that happened in his country, that they would be killed straight.
What?
That's what he said. He said if that someone done that to like a top person in Kazakhstan, the person who done that would be killed. That's what Danny said to me.
Well, good thing he's here in the U.S. He can live a little bit. Jeez.
Claressa, thank you very much for your time. Wish
You're
you
welcome.
the best of luck on Saturday, live on Sky Sports in the UK and DAZN here in the US.
Are you gonna edit this?
No, it goes in raw.
What?
Goes in raw.
You edit stuff.
I won't edit a single second of this interview. Why?
Maybe you could edit some.
I don't want to edit any of it.
Okay.
This is raw. You've spoke.
Hey, I said what I said and I meant what I said, so I ain't taking it back.
Unless you want me to edit something, I would leave
I'm
this
trying
in.
to think when I want you to edit. It was something I said.
Right, maybe you should tell me this off camera.
Oh, we still rolling.
We are still
Oh,
rolling.
okay. Peace out. Love you guys.
Thank you very much.